In this episode of Akram's Ideas, I'm going to share with you my recent fave finds, so stay tuned! Hello and welcome. I'm Akram Tagavi-Burth, and you're watching Akram's Ideas, bringing creative and crazy ideas to life. I thought it's been long overdue since I've done a recent fave finds video. So these are just items that I've picked up, but some of them are craft sewing related, some of them are vintage, and I just thought I'd share with you some of the things that I've found. Before we get started, in case you're wondering, I am wearing one of my most recent pomegranate tops from Octavia Patterns. I was a pattern tester for this way back, oh gosh, was it October or something like that? It's October, September of last year. And this is such an easy top to make. It's super quick and easy and I love it. So I made another one and I have plans for a few more of those. So that's what I'm wearing today. If my hair looks a little deflated, it recently rained and the humidity skyrocketed. So it is just very humid, and so none of my curls will stay in today, so it looks a mess. But that's where we're at here, and I'm going to hopefully be able to record this video without forcing myself to turn on the ceiling fan because it is pretty warm in here, but we're going to try our best. Alright, let's talk about my fave finds. And these all were several weekend adventure trips, all crammed into one big find video. We'll start with the purses. So on Mother's Day weekend, I went and visited my family in Oklahoma City area. And while we were down there, we stopped by Norman, Oklahoma, where there are several antique shops. Now, I do not remember which shops I got everything from because this was a couple of weeks ago now, but if I will put the names of all the antique shops that we went to that these hauls came from so that you could check them out if you want to, but I don't remember which ones came from where. But I did pick up a couple of vintage purses. So the first one is this black one here. And it is really nice and big, and that's one of the reasons I like it, is it's so wide, and I like the handle on it. I have a hard time wearing these types of vintage purses out and about because I carry so much stuff with me, but if I'm just going to dinner or just going to a single location, or if I'm posing for photos, I love having vintage purses. So the black one is the first one. The next one that I got at the same place as the black one is this pink purse here, and as you can see, it's really lovely. It's a reasonable size purse. I mean, both of these are reasonable size. I can get a wallet and my cell phone in there, but I can't carry like my emergency kit and all sorts of other things that I carry with me. But this is a really nice purse. Now, when we were checking out at the counter with those two purses, my husband looks down into the display counter and he spots these beautiful little perfume bottles here, and they are just absolutely lovely. Now, what caught his eye was this one in particular, this moon one, and I have a thing for moons and stars. I used to wear, when we were dating, I had a locket that had moon and stars, and it was a watch that I wore around my neck forever. And then our guest bathroom is all celestial theme. So it's got a moon star shower curtain, it's got a moon clock, and we've got these pictures of moon and stars. So he saw these and thought that they would be perfect as just decor in the bathroom, and knew that I loved this celestial type thing. So it has a moon here. It's got two different types of suns, and kind of an oddball out of the bunch is this cityscape, but obviously it's kind of part of the set. They all have the same tops and they all have an interesting detailing there. So these are really, really cool. I'm going to fill them with some colored oils and just keep them as decor up on a shelf. So like I said, that all came from one shop. And not very far away from that shop, I came across a different shop where there was another vintage purse. And again, really, really nice green purse. I hadn't seen mini avocado colored purses, and I love the little fur bow detail on there. And inside of this purse was another purchase that I made, which are these beautiful golden bows, which again have a very nice detail to them. They kind of like the ribbon hangs past the earring itself, so I thought they were super cute. Now, you all know my favorite place to go antiquing is Joplin. So a few weekends before that, I think, we went to Joplin. And of course, I came back with a ton of fabric, which will be in another video. But we did make some other purchases. One that I am just ecstatic about, I think it is the most gorgeous thing, is this pearl tie. Do you see that? It is a pearl tie. It is so Art Deco 1930s. Like, I am going to make a 1930s dress with like a Peter Pan collar and this tie to go with it. I think this is just quintessential Katharine Hepburn evening attire type thing. I mean, it just looks so cool. I'd never seen it, and it was only $15. And I was like, I'm going home with a pearl tie. So I thought that was super cool. And I came back with some sewing notions as well. So I've got a couple set of different buttons from different locations. So there's these really big chunky turquoise ones. There's also, I love these little square green ones. And then I got two sets of these green knobby ones. There's a larger one, and then there is a smaller set, so I could do something that has sort of coordinating buttons, maybe buttons on the cuff or something. Anyways, I really love those. I picked up some ribbon. I also picked up some bias tape, but I'm not gonna, it's nothing fancy, but some candy corn ribbon, and it was just like, what, 50 cents or something like that. I also got this big bag of mostly belting. There are some covered button stuff in here, but really why I bought it is all the belting accessories that came with it. And I have been making a lot of shirt dresses and stuff, and I think they look really good with belts. But I actually only own maybe like 3 or 4 belts that would work with the dress, and well, 3 or 4 belts in total, and then 1 or 2 might work with the color dress that I made. So I thought some fabric colored belts that match the dress would be a really good idea. So this was a bag. I think the bag in total was like $8, and it came with a whole bunch of belting supplies and also some dungaree clips and covered button sets and things like that. So I thought that was a really good purchase. A couple of non-vintage sewing related stuff that I purchased. I had to run to Joann's a few weeks ago to pick up some piping for a project that I'm working on, and I picked up a few other things. The first thing that I picked up was this No Sew Spray and Fix spray iron-on. Basically, this is a fusible adhesive, and the idea for buying this is that I have a lot of free tote bags that I've gotten at conventions, and they are very, very flimsy, plasticky type fabric. And what I want to do with those, because I don't really care for what they say or anything, you know, they were freebies, is I want to use them as a sort of heavy-duty interfacing for some bags that I have planned to make. So I'm thinking if I use the spray on it, I could work just like fusible interfacing and then stitch them together and everything will be fine and goodsy. So have you used this? This is 606 Spray and Fix No Sew Heat Fusible. Have you used this? Is my idea going to work, do you think? If you want to hear back on how it works, if it worked, let me know. If you have any comments or suggestions about using this, let me know, because I've never done it before, and it was just kind of like, oh, I think I'm going to try that. The other thing that I got totally on a whim is that they had some Simplicity 90th anniversary wrapping paper. And I saw this when I walked in, and I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this. I have some storage boxes that I've had forever that, as I think I was a teenager or something, I decoupaged them, and the decoupage I didn't do very good. It's all coming apart. But I figured I could scrap what's on those boxes right now and recover them with the Simplicity paper here. So that is a DIY project I have planned. If you'd like to see that in a video of how I decoupage my storage boxes, again, let me know in the comments below. I'm excited. I think it'll look nice, having some storage boxes and that stuff. The next thing that I got is that Hobby Lobby had a 99-cent pattern sale for Simplicity patterns like just a little bit ago, and I purchased some patterns. So the first one that I got was $11.97. I really can't remember if I had this pattern or not, but I knew that Abby from the Crafty Pinup had made this coat, and I'd been really wanting to make this coat. And it was 99 cents, so I said, you know, I can't remember if I have it, but I'm going to get it anyways. So I did. I got that one. So let me just kind of go in no particular order here. So another one that I got was this Gertrude Made pattern. And it's basically just a basic shift dress, but what I really liked about this is in the back, you can kind of see, if you can't see, is that it is a wrap dress. So it's actually wrapped from the back. And I think it looks really, really nice. I kind of like the vintagey look of them, especially the one with a little Ashcoft, I think it's, or Ashcoft, the little scarf. I think that looks really cute. Now, Simplicity 8186 here is a wrap dress pattern, and when I first saw this pattern, I was not enthusiastic about it. I thought, it looked kind of aprony, but one of the Instagrammers, and I cannot for the life of me remember their Instagram name, I will type it out here for you. She made this dress in a beautiful red floral fabric. It looked so vintage, looked so 1940s, and I thought that that was just beautiful. And so based on that, I decided to go ahead and give this pattern a try. One of the reasons that I went to Hobby Lobby for this sale was specifically for 8506. This vintage sleeves pattern. Now this has been out for a while, but every time there's been a Simplicity sale and I've gone to get this pattern, it's been sold out. And I'm like, no. So I actually found it this time and I purchased it. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to mix and match on these. And I can tell you right now, the pattern that I'm thinking about mixing and matching first off is probably going to be the vintage shirt dress by Sew Over It, because I love that pattern. I love it so much, and I think doing it in different sleeves might really make it look cute and things like that. So some more vintage patterns or vintage reproduction patterns is 8591. This is just a basic 1950s dress. Another one that I was really excited about is 8654, which one of the reasons I was really excited about this is that I actually own the original 1940s version of it, and I got it a long while ago and had not made it because it, again, like most vintage patterns, is too small for me, and I knew that I was going to do a bunch of readjustments. But I was like, you know what, I will just get the new one in my size, and so I'm really excited about that. 8507, this is another vintage pattern that I actually own the original. I'm pretty sure I own the original to this. In fact, I think I've even made that pattern once, but again, I had to do a lot of readjustments. It's a skirt pattern, and then it has this little shawl that goes with it. But the skirt pattern, I had to readjust a lot, so I felt like, you know what, I'm just going to go with one that's my size, and I don't have to worry about making adjustments to it. 8593 is a 1940s wrap top. I really like the way it looks on the model, especially in this floral print, and I like kind of the empire waist type thing. In fact, I believe I had a blouse not too long ago that kind of looked like this, but I'm not sure, being a wrap top, how the closure is or how it works on, like how does it really look on. So if you've made 85-93, I'd like to know, like, do you have gaping at the side seams? You know, does it feel like it's going to come undone and unravel on you? So that's why I haven't made that one yet. I have been wanting some wide leg culottes, and I found 8605. I really liked it. It has, it's really got the nice style that I'm looking for. It's got I believe it's got an elasticated waist, so that makes it really easy to fit, especially now that I'm losing weight and I don't want to make something that won't fit later, so having the elasticated waist is nice. It does come in a pant version and, like I said, the culotte version, and then 2 skirt size versions. So I think this will be a pretty versatile pattern, and it just looks really cozy to wear. The last pattern that I got is 8443, and I love this pattern. The main reason I bought this pattern is for the giant bow in the girl's hair. Granted, I could probably make a DIY bow on my own, and I've done some small bows, but I thought, you know, I want that size bow. How do I get that size bow? So I got that. I also really loved the Hello Kitty type style purse. I thought that was super cute. And then of course the bonnets on here. And I've actually already opened this pattern up and looked at all the pieces, and what I did not realize when I was looking at it is that in the model's hand is a lollipop purse, and that pattern's in here. And I was like, a lollipop purse? I must make it! I also immediately thought of Alex from So Happy, who made her lollipop dress recently, and I was like, she needs a lollipop purse to go with it. So Alex, you need to get 8443, make yourself a lollipop purse to go with your lolly dress. So that is the collection of Simplicity patterns that I recently got. So, like I said, this is a accumulation of a few weeks worth of antiquing and shopping out and about. I do have a massive fabric haul, which I've actually already recorded that video, and it is like 45 minutes long. So I'm debating whether I should cut out some of the more lackluster fabrics from the video, or if you would like to see the entire video in its full, all-full glory of close to 45 to 50 minutes, if you want to see me sitting on the floor digging through fabric for a good 50 minutes, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm going to try to trim it down to at least 30 minutes. But let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see it all, or if you'd like me to trim it down for you guys. I'd love to hear in the comments below what your recent fave finds were. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Akram's Ideas, and if you did, be sure to give us a big thumbs up. Don't forget to follow Akram's Ideas on social media and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching!